Hello.
Hey, Dad. How's that white Christmas looking? You promised, remember?
Meredith. Of course, it's coming down as we speak. Wait till you see it.
Great. I knew you wouldn't let me down. My plane lands Tuesday at 5:30.
Perfect. How will you get here? Will someone pick you up?
Obviously. I've got the best chauffeur around. His name starts with a T and ends with Amos Weiss.
All right, then. I hear he's the best in the business. I'll make sure he's there. 5:30 sharp.
Oh, thanks, Dad. See you soon.
2 more nights, Em. Can't wait to see you.
Same here. Say hi to Mom for me. Bye, Dad.
Bye, Em. Have a safe trip.
Good morning, Thomas. I bet you woke up feeling like $1 million after winning that monster pot last night.
Morning, Frank. It felt like $96.40, actually. But yeah, I had a great night's sleep.
Ha! I bet. It looks like you've hit the jackpot again today. There's hardly any Christmas mail rush because of the snow.
Great. The sooner I can stretch out by the fire, the better.
Ha! That's a strategy right out of my playbook. Take it easy out there today.
Providence Oaks, good morning. I guess I wasn't the only one that noticed all that white stuff lying around. I now have enough PO-positive pet peeves about snow to last me a lifetime. But don't let that stop you from calling in new ones. My answer machine can handle it.
Wait, this isn't the right package, is it? Hey, Beth. How are you on this fine day?
Thomas, hi. Business as usual. No, I'm just joking. The situation is not that dire.
I was going to say, sales can't be bad with the holidays around the corner, right?
Times have been better, I suppose, but you're right. I'm not complaining. Besides Mildred, there's been an odd customer or two today, and would you believe one of them was even looking for a full set of encyclopedias?
Never knew you had a clone walking around out there.
Well, that certainly would be something, wouldn't it? There wouldn't be enough books to discuss or wine to consume. By the way, did you know that the world's largest encyclopedia was created in 15th century China and comprised about 11,000 books? Isn't that fascinating? Imagine having to load that into your car.
I'm starting to relate. I'm still holding this delivery.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Well, come here then. Put it on the counter. How's Emily coming along with Christmas dinner, by the way? I can imagine she's pretty excited about Meredith coming over. So let me know if she needs any more cookbooks. I've got this beauty from Good Housekeeping that's all the rage right now.
I'll be sure to ask her. But you know how Emily gets in the kitchen. There'll be so much food, we'll be eating stuffing all week.
I suppose you're right. But don't you worry, I'll leave the cookbook. I have a feeling St. Nicholas has other things in store for you this year.
Looking forward to it already.
As well you should.
And what does St. Nick have in store for you this year? Doing anything special?
I'm flying out to Georgia tomorrow to spend Christmas with my Daniel and his wife for a few days. We're planning a Hawaii Five-0 marathon. It's my guilty pleasure, and luckily it's theirs too.
Ah, Dano. Give him my best when you see him. And his wife, of course.
I shall. Right. I better get back to it and get ready for the New Year's sale. I've been in a perpetual fight with my pricing gun lately, so I need all the time I can get. And good things come to those who wait. I'll bring over your presents later in the week. I hope you have a Merry Christmas Eve tomorrow, and give my love to Emily and Meredith.
Will do. And season's greetings to you two. Hello, Angie. Long time no see. One package for you today.
Thanks, Thomas. How's Emily?
She's very busy. The motel's chronically understaffed.
Ah, yes. This must be busy season at the motel. I do like it when out-of-towners come to visit our little hamlet, especially when they like movies.
Apparently most of the rooms have been fitted with VCRs now. Should be good for business.
So, what do we have here? Oh, right.
You okay there, Angie?
It's just some things from LA. Toiletries, stuff like that. I, recently ended my relationship.
Angie, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It was my decision, and it was the right decision. The long-distance thing just wasn't working out. Still, seeing your spare toothbrush, that shampoo bottle, a stick of deodorant, it just makes it so definite, you know? Like the LA chapter of my life is now finally completely closed.
Sounds like you're dealing with it like a champ, though. How did your ex take it?
My ex-girlfriend, you mean? Yeah, she's handling it okay. Other than the passive-aggressive shipping of toiletries, I guess. Oh, did you not know?
To be honest, I did have an inkling. Wasn't sure, though.
I mean, it's not exactly something I walk around advertising around here. This is probably the first time I've seen you blush.
Breaking up right before Christmas Eve must be extra tough.
Yeah, that does add to the melancholy. Timing isn't exactly my strong suit, I guess.
Well, I'll leave you alone with your thoughts. And your spare toothbrush. Merry Christmas, Angie.
Merry Christmas, Thomas. My toothbrush and I bid you adieu.
fancy handwriting on this one. School friend Jesse used to live. Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's. Walnut Drive is where Meredith's school friend Jesse used to live. I remember once, Meredith came home from school after learning about walnuts. She asked us if they were named after the street. There we go. Hi, Ben. Got a pretty hefty package here for you.
Thanks, Thomas. I've been waiting for that one.
Hi, Mr. W. Please, please, please tell me the mail truck needs a tune-up.
Hey, Lori. I didn't know you'd already begun working here. Weren't you supposed to start in January?
Yeah, she pestered me into allowing her to start a week early. Already put snow tires on half the town's vehicles. At this rate, I can retire before the end of next summer. But this truck's fine, Lori. I gave it a checkup for Frank less than 10 days ago.
Ah, are you sure there's nothing I can improve on the old, what do you call this thing again?
I just call it the mail truck, actually.
Boring. We need to come up with a better name than that.
Tell you what, Lori. Maybe you can check out the car horn. It sounded a little off last time I checked.
The horn, eh? I'm on it. That was easy peasy, lemon squeezy, Mr. W. Diaphragm had gotten a little dusty, but it's all better now. The mail truck is honking like a big old goose again.
Thanks, Lori.
Come to think of it, I will be calling your truck the Goose from here on out. Big, white, wobbly, and with a honking great horn. Honk, honk!
The Goose has a nice ring to it. Or a nice honk, anyway. Well, gotta be getting back to my rounds. Happy holidays, you guys.
Thanks, Thomas. You too.
Christmas gift? Here's hoping.
Hi there, Mr. Mailman. Got anything for me today?
Hello, ma'am. Just one parcel.
Thank you, sir. It's true what they say about mail carriers in snow.
You bet. Nothing can keep me from the swift completion of my appointed round.
That too, of course. But I meant that the snow makes them look even more handsome in their uniform.
Why, thank you, ma'am. That's a nice way to start the week.
Oh, I better get this, honey. I'll see you tonight. Oregon Trail Motel. How may I help you?
Spanner Dam. Or, as Frank says it, Spanner Dam. It never gets old. Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Meredith. Are you all packed for tomorrow? Meredith?
Dad, I'm so sorry, but I won't be able to make it tomorrow.
What's wrong? What happened? Are you okay?
I'm fine, Dad, don't worry, but I'm snowed under with work. It's added 86. It needs to be up and running at the start of the new year. I stumbled upon some errors today, and now we need to fix them this week. This sucks.
That's such a bummer, Em. But I understand.
Thanks, Dad. I'll make it up to you, I promise. We've all worked so hard this year. Can't squander it all in the last week, right?
I hate to say it, but that sounds exactly like what you said last year. Have you told your mom yet?
Yeah, I just called her at the motel.
Oh, someone's calling. Must be your mom.
Okay, well, that's my cue. Gotta get back to it. I'll call again soon, Dad. Love you.
Hey, Em, is that you?
If by M you mean Emily, then yes. If you mean M for Meredith, then no.
I just got off the phone with my other M, so I was pretty sure it was you.
Oh, Thomas, don't joke around as if nothing's wrong.
What else can we do? It's just Christmas.
Well, just deal with it, like we always do. Why don't we invite someone else? Unless you're happy with just Mildred coming over.
That's a good idea. I'll think about it and maybe invite someone tomorrow.
Okay, honey. As long as you don't invite Jack, you know, his jokes may even scare off the turkey. In any case, I'll call Beth and ask her again, too. And then I have to do a towel run, refill the vending machine, and vacuum the reception area. So it'll be a while before I'm done. I'll see you tonight, honey.
Okay, Em. Drive home safe. Major League Baseball umpires are required to wear black underwear while on the job, in case they split their pants. Golf is the only sport to have been played on the moon. On February 6th, 1971, Alan Shepard hit a golf ball on the moon. Because of the low gravity, it may have traveled more than a mile.
Morning, P.O. It's time for a different take on the snowball.
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Take it away, Charles.
Greetings, Nancy.
Hello, Thomas. That should be the last batch of Christmas pudding ingredients.
Sounds good. Is it for you or for the store?
For the store, of course. I'm not gonna change my cooking schedule just because of Christmas.
But isn't that the best part of Christmas?
I'd rather save myself the time and effort.
So you don't change your cooking schedule at all?
Not now, not ever. Monday's mac and cheese, chili on Tuesday, meatloaf Wednesday, cheeseburger Thursday, fish Fridays, Saturday steak and mash, and it's corn on the cob Sundays.
A healthy and balanced variety of culinary goodness. Color me jealous.
No need to be jealous. No one's gonna stop you from creating your own schedule.
Maybe I will, but I'm going to enjoy the Christmas meal first.
And I'll be savoring my homemade chili.
Nice. I'll be on my way now. Okay, let's get this to its destination. They must be out of town for the holidays. Bert's out of town for the holidays, but he did ask me to keep an eye on his place. Fancy handwriting on this one. Part and parcel.
Wow, a visit from the Poker King. I humbly thank you for the honor.
The pleasure is all mine, sir. And this package is yours.
Ooh, boy, Frank came through once again.
A package from Frank, huh? What's in it?
You don't want to know, Thomas. You don't want to know. But what I will tell you, I'm kicking off the new year with a bang. I better put this somewhere dry. And then it's back to reading Doyle Brunson's Super System. Oh, you're in trouble this Sunday, sir.
I'm glad I can blame the cold for my suddenly shaking hands.
Nice spin, sir. Nice spin indeed. Anyway, later, Thomas, and take care on those icy roads.
circle. Feels like I'm going round in circles sometimes. Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's. Christmas gift? Here's hoping. Oh, good day, Kay.
Hi, Thomas.
Got a parcel for you.
Thanks. I'm sure Santa will be happy this arrived just in time.
Anything I can do to help the old man out. How are things with the family?
Good. Good. Really looking forward to the holidays. I've been making Grace this great big space station out of ply. It's coming together really nicely. And Barry is getting Max a second-hand guitar as we speak.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm sure they can't wait for Christmas.
Neither can I. What about you and Emily? Got anything special planned for the coming days?
Well, sadly, Meredith can't make it this year.
Right.
I'm sure she'll make it out here sometime.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'd best get on. I have to check on the oven. Or Santa will have to eat charcoal when he stops by tonight.
All right, best get back to it myself. Give our love to Barry and the kids. And Santa, if you happen to see him.
Will do. You and Emily have a great Christmas too, okay?
Is that much Christmas lighting really necessary? All right, Christmas break, here I come.
Hey, Thomas, do you think it'll ever stop snowing? I'm glad it's the last day before Christmas break.
Well, sorry, Frank. They're forecasting snow until at least the new year. But hey, about Christmas. Meredith bailed on us, which leaves us with a bit more food than we can handle. Maybe you'd like to volunteer and help us eat it tomorrow evening.
Christmas dinner at the Weiss residence. That sounds great, Thomas, but I'm afraid I'm all tied up. The Knicks are playing the Celtics. I think the Celtics will go all the way this year, but I wouldn't count out an upset at the Garden.
Don't get your hopes up. There's no way they can stop that Celtics front court.
I'm gonna have to sleep on it, but you know I can't pass up a juicy bet. Hey, Thomas, before you go home, I need a favor. Can you help me with that guy over there? He said he's looking for a job, but I really gotta run now. Try to find out what he's made of, okay? Good luck.
Hello, young man. I heard you were looking for a job. My name's Thomas Weiss, and I've been working for the Postal Service for nearly 40 years.
Hi, I'm Matt Kearney. I'm glad someone finally showed up.
Nice to meet you, Matt. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm basically a computer expert, kind of in between jobs right now. I've been programming since I was 11 years old. I'm looking to start my own software company.
That's great. So you want to save up some money to start your own enterprise one day?
Bingo. I'm already working on it at home, and whenever I have time in my schedule.
I imagine that can take a toll on you.
I have the focus, determination, and willpower of a professional athlete.
Okay. I have a few more questions. Do you enjoy working with customers?
I think everyone would enjoy someone who skips the small talk and gets the job done as soon as possible.
Well, that may be, but my question was if you enjoy working with customers.
Sure. I love people. I love helping people. Could we wrap this up now, please? I don't think working here requires an extensive interview process.
I'd like to ask one more question, actually. What salary are you looking for?
I know I can't ask for a salary in the computer expert range, but I would expect a salary that reflects a senior position.
Thanks for applying. We'll be in touch.
Okay, but please be aware that I've also received other offers. Bye.
Yep, hello.
Hey, honey, it's me. Finally found time to call. I'm having such a busy day. Did you invite anyone else over for tomorrow?
Yes, I did, but no takers. So it's just you, me, and Mildred. Or is Beth coming as well?
Yeah, Beth is coming. So happy I could finally change her mind.
Nice work. She's great company.
As opposed to Mildred? No, this is not funny. Mildred is a sweetheart. And you better wear the Christmas sweater she knitted for you last year.
I love Christmas sweaters, so don't worry about it.
Great. So I won't be the only one looking stupid. Oh, by the way, I've got great news. We finally found someone to take some shifts off my hands.
That's fantastic. No more 60-hour work weeks. I also had a job interview today.
I wasn't at the interview, but I was introduced to him after he was hired.
Did he wear glasses?
Yes, he did.
Did he have curly hair?
Yeah. Are we playing Guess Who? His name is Matt Kearney. He said he's going to completely overhaul our computer system.
That's the guy I interviewed this afternoon.
Really? Did you like him?
He sounded like the perfect candidate, and I'm sure he'll do great.
That's good to hear. But it doesn't matter. He'll be taking the load off my shoulders. And I won't be working alongside him anyway. You'll probably see him more often than I will.
You might be right about that.
We'll see how it all pans out. Oh, gotta go now. Bye, hun.
The yo-yo started out as a weapon in the Philippines during the 16th century, before being introduced to the United States as a toy in 1929. It weighed 4 pounds and had a 20-foot cord. Australian rower Bobby Pierce won the 1928 Olympic Games against 8 other competitors, even though he stopped during the race to let ducks pass in front of him. Weiss residence, good morning.
Hey, Dad. It's me.
Hey there, Em. Meredith Christmas.
I was hoping to hear one of your special holiday puns. Merry Christmas to you, too. I wish I was in PO right now.
That makes 2 of us. And probably 3, but Mom's at the motel.
Guess I'm not the only one working today, then. Fine mess I got myself into, huh?
Do you want my 2 cents, or shall I just listen?
I reckon I already know what you're thinking, and you're probably right. I'll be okay, Dad. Work's progressing nicely, actually. And Tess is coming over later. She's also stuck here. We're going to try to cook up some semblance of a Christmas meal.
Oh, that's good to hear, Em. But I'm glad the other Em will be in charge of my Christmas dinner.
Can't disagree there. Her lemon mashed potatoes alone blows all my cooking out of the water. Oh, that reminds me, I need to try to pry that secret recipe out of her. I'm gonna call her at the motel right now. Thanks for talking, Dad. And Meredith Christmas.
You got it, Em. Hang in there.
Thanks. Love you.
Oh, Mildred, you shouldn't have. We already have the most beautiful pair of Christmas sweaters in the world. And now we have 2 sweaters each. You must have put so much work into them.
Oh, please don't mention it, dearie. Knitting sweaters can be quite straining. But knowing how happy they make you always makes up for it.
Well, we're so grateful. Right, Thomas?
They're beautiful. Thank you so much, Mildred. They're so comfy and colorful. If only it was Christmas every day.
Oh, Thomas, that makes me so happy to hear. I can't wait to start working on next year's designs. I've also made sweaters for Frank and Jack and Robert and Bert, but they all said that wool gives them an allergic reaction. Isn't that a coincidence? Beth, I hope you aren't allergic to wool.
You're not going to believe the coincidence, Mildred, but yes, I actually am. And it's such a shame. If only I, too, could celebrate Christmas wearing one of those beautiful sweaters. Anyway, Emily, would you be a darling and pass me the peas, please?
Peas? I don't... Oh, you mean the string beans. I suppose peas would have gone lovely with the meal as well, now that you mention it. Right, Thomas?
I suppose.
Oh, yes, of course. I meant the string beans. Of course, silly me. But let me get on with it. It's time for my presents now. And you may have already guessed that they're books. Mildred, why don't you open yours first?
Well, I'm not really one for presents, but I appreciate the gesture. Let's see now. The Cat's Pajamas. I've never heard of it, but it has a nice title, I suppose.
It's an encyclopedia about cats. A Whiskerpedia, if you will. Someone drew my attention to it, and I immediately thought of you.
Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Such a heartfelt gift. Isn't it, Thomas?
That it is, Emily. That it is.
It is a nice gift, Beth. Thank you.
It was my pleasure, Mildred. And now for Emily's gift.
Why, thank you, Beth. I do always appreciate your taste in books, so I'm looking forward to The Countess and the Carpenter. Would you look at that? Is this a romance novel? I've never really read one of those.
Right in one guess, Emily. I hear the writer Summers here, so this book is locally sourced, so to speak. And, dare I say it, the prose is quite compelling in the romance department, if you catch my drift.
I think I do. Beth, you are something else. Thank you. This will certainly get a nice spot on our bookcase.
Ah, good to know the romance department is in our bookcase now, so I'll know where to find it.
Well, I'm looking forward to reading it already. Thank you so much, dear Beth.
You're welcome, Emily. I'm sure you'll love it. Okay, Thomas, it's your turn now.
Let's see. Crazy sports facts 2. Even more crazy sports facts. Whew, boy, I love this stuff. I'm actually reading part 1 at the moment, so I can tuck into this straight after. Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome, Thomas. And you're right, there's some fascinating tidbits in part 1 as well. Even if one no longer actively plays sports, it's at least fun to read about it, right?
Hey now, kids playing basketball still regret it when they challenge the mailman for a game of horse.
Well, there's no shame in admitting that you're not getting any younger, Thomas. In fact, none of us are exactly spring chickens anymore. Things like your arthritis can't magically be wished away by positive thinking.
Who's up for some blueberry pie?
Speaking of blueberries, my bridge partner Edna's niece discovered this mole last week.
Hold that thought, Mildred. I really need to take this. Hello?
Hi there. Could you put me through to Meredith Weiss, please?
Meredith's not here. She's at home.
Gotcha, but this is the number she said I could reach her at.
Do you understand that people are celebrating Christmas right now?
Wait, what? Christmas? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to bother you. Is it Christmas already? Gosh, I totally missed that. I've been pulling a couple of all-nighters. I'm gonna splash some water on my face. Sorry again, Mr. Weiss. Enjoy your evening. Bye. Merry Christmas.
Everything okay, honey?
That silly boss from Meredith's work called for some reason or other. Never mind. Beth, you were saying?
I wasn't actually, but I was looking for a way to say this, and now's as good a time as any, I suppose. My dear friends, I am leaving Providence Oaks.
What?
You're what?
What's that, dear?
Are you serious?
Well, before we move on to the sad part, let me first tell you the good part. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be a grandmother.
Oh, Beth, that is amazing.
Well, I'll be.
Whose mother?
I mean... Congratulations.
Yes, my son Daniel and his wife are expecting. Isn't that wonderful? But, and here's the proverbial kicker. You may remember that they moved to Savannah, Georgia a few years ago. So if you put 2 and 2 together...
You're moving away to be with them. That's great, Beth. I'm so happy for you.
That is marvelous, Beth. Congratulations. I wish you and your family all the happiness in the world. But I'll miss you something terrible. We all will. But we have to toast to the good news. Thomas, go pour us some brandy and I'll get the pie.
Oh, Thomas, would you have any antacid? That eggnog is starting to stir up something indiscreet.
On it. Now, let's celebrate this wonderful evening, ladies. Here's to a lovely old Christmas spent with good friends.
Hear, hear.
Hear, hear.
Hey, Thomas. Did you see the game last night?
Morning, Frank. Nope. We had our Christmas dinner. What happened?
The Celtics were up by 25 in the third quarter, but they still lost the game in double overtime.
So was it a big payday for you?
One of the biggest of the year. And now the odds are dropping for Boston. I'm gonna bet on them to win it all this season.
I'm not sure that's a good idea, Frank.
Ha, Thomas. We'll see. Have a good one today.
Season's greetings, P.O. It's the second day of Christmas, and I don't have turtle doves or partridges in pear trees. But you know what I do have?
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Season's greetings to you too, Jack. It's, Angela here. I watched the movie Gremlins the other day.
Kovacs family always heads to Arizona in the wintertime. And who can blame them? Okay, let's get this to its destination.
Yes, I understand, but Maureen said...
Does it really matter what Maureen said? I can't help that her orders have been delayed because of the snow. She should have just ordered sooner. It's not like New Year's Eve appeared on the calendar out of nowhere.
That's true, but it was only 2 weeks ago that she decided to throw a celebration at the diner. And once we're sure we can host a proper party for everyone, you are also invited.
That sounds an awful lot like blackmail to me. Please come to my party, Nancy. But first, hand over a football team supply of cheesy dip, quiche, and sloppy joes.
I'm sure she didn't mean it that way, and I'm sure you're more than welcome either way. But I have to run now. Bye, Nancy, and hi-bye, Thomas.
Bye, Kay.
Maureen Hennessy strikes again.
P.O. would be a boring place without her.
Boring? Drama-free might be the word you're looking for. One thing's for sure, she does not know how to run a business. Always bites off more than she could chew. And now I'm supposed to come to the rescue?
You could be a party's savior. I know I'd never miss out on such an opportunity.
With the ridiculous discount she's demanding, it's mostly nothing but a great opportunity for a lot of extra work. Anyway, is that parcel for me? You can just put it on the counter.
Sure thing, Nancy. Have a great day. Somehow it's always nice when our neighbors get a letter. Here's to you, Andy and Toby. Thomas. Just keep the wheels steady and trust the snow chains on the tires. Reminded of our honeymoon to Niagara Falls all those many years ago. Part and parcel.
Hey there! Looks like Santa's a little late this year.
That's what you get for not being a good boy, Robert Harris.
Let me try to make it up to you. Take that heavy load off your hands. That must be the fire pit I ordered. Now I can finally go ice fishing without freezing at the same time.
Ice fishing? That sounds like a nice adventure.
Well, you're in luck. Bert's out of town, so I could use someone else to talk to. Not that Bert talks that much. How about it? Tomorrow evening?
Sure, let's do it. But you better make sure that fire pit is working.
Perfect. I'll bring all the gear, but feel free to bring some booze. Hey, did you have a nice Christmas, by the way?
I've had better. My daughter couldn't make it.
Sorry to hear that. Anyways, I won't hold you up any longer. I need to assemble this baby. See you tomorrow, Thomas. I'll come pick you up.
So cozy in the wintertime. Cold. Probably freezing cold. Whoa, looks like you're having some car trouble.
Yeah, just a second, my good man. Gabriel, can you figure out what's wrong with this blasted vehicle? Give me some good news here.
I mean, I'm not really a car mechanic, Mr. Price. But I know the smoke isn't a good sign.
No duh, Einstein. Say, hey, Mr. Mailman, what's your story?
Name's Thomas Weiss, and yes, I do deliver the mail.
Okay, then you're Thomas Weiss, mailman. And I'm Connor Price, annoyed man. Gabe, if you don't know what you're doing, then why on God's green earth are you fiddling around with that engine?
Just thought I'd pop up in the hood, Mr. Price. What with the smoke and all? It needs to vent.
Needs to vent, huh? Never have I felt more like a busted car engine. God! I'm dying in this podunk country-ass town. Bunch of freaking yokels.
So, hey there. I see you've already had the privilege of the full Connor Price experience.
Quite the experience it was. Well worth the price of admission.
Yeah, Connor can be a bit much. Anyway, I'm Ilsa Richter, local TV segment producer turned car problem solver. And that sporting young man over there is Gabriel Serrano, local TV sound guy turned amateur mechanic. Emphasis on amateur.
Hey, I never claimed to know anything about cars. Just because I used to be a studio tech, Mr. Price put me on engine duty. Anyway, nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. I'm Thomas Weiss. And as the local mail carrier, I know just the guy to fix your car problem.
If you mean Young Car Service, I'm way ahead of you, Mr. Weiss. They're on their way right now.
That's great, Ilsa. You're an even better car problem solver than you are a segment producer.
Flattery will get you everywhere, Gabe.
That must be Ben Young. You're in capable hands. He'll have you fixed up in no time.
God, I hope so. We need to get to Melville, and we're already way behind schedule.
Hey, Mr. Mailman. Come in here for a second, please.
Excuse me. Duty apparently calls. Happy travels. So, we meet again.
Uh-huh. Hey, I'm new here. All of a sudden, I have to check in 3 people at once who want their own rooms. Separate but close to one another, all equipped with TV VCRs. And, well, long story short, I need to reach Emily Weiss, stat. I'm guessing the local post guy would know where to reach her.
Emily's off today, but I'm sure a smart guy like you will figure things out in no time.
Oh, thank you ever so much for nothing. God, where am I supposed to see whether room 2 has a VCR installed?
I'll just leave the parcel here on the counter. Bye. They're already gone. Mighty fast towing there, Ben. if it isn't Connor Price.
Oh, that's him, huh? He's taller than he looks on TV.
Let's hope he's in a better mood now. He was really quite rude to me earlier.
Wow, sounds like a real jerk.
Hello, Mr. Price. Still fuming, I see.
Well, hey there. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I guess smoking is a slightly healthier way to blow off steam. Especially since we've had a bit of change of plans. Oh, hi, ma'am. I don't think we've met. Connor Price, KNW6.
Welcome to the Oregon Trail Motel, sir. Better get to work, honey. I'll see you tonight.
Okay, what's up with her? Christmas hangover?
You'll have to forgive my wife. She can be a bit protective of me.
Protective of you? Oh, I see. You told her about our little kerfuffle earlier. Listen, I'm man enough to admit that it wasn't my finest hour. I'm usually a lot more easygoing. In fact, the Willamette Week once called me one of the most likable faces in local broadcasting.
That's quite all right. Water under the Bear Creek Bridge, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, when my car isn't breaking down during a tight shooting schedule, I'm a pretty swell guy. Believe me, that's the price guarantee.
So, you're obviously not in Melville.
No, that's the change of plans I was referring to. Turns out we need some parts that the garage doesn't have in stock, so Young's having them shipped over ASAP. But in the meantime, we've decided to stay right here in lovely, picturesque, whatchamacallit, USA.
It's Providence Oaks, P.O. for short.
Yeah, well, to be honest, all these little villages look pretty much the same to me anyway. See, we're supposed to be shooting some remotes on local end-of-year festivities and such. A grand kickoff to our special series on small-town American life. And it doesn't really make much of a difference if we start here or in freaking Melville.
Except, of course, that Providence Oaks is way nicer than frickin' Melville.
I was gonna say, this town has warmth. I like warmth. And so do our viewers, I'm betting. So get ready for your town to be featured in part 1 of The Oregon Trail. Title pending. Might be a little too on the nose.
That is the same name as this motel. So I guess it isn't particularly original. My wife works here as a receptionist, but she's not the one who named it.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Real conversations with real Americans, right? But as fun as this is, I should be turning in. The 3 of us each got our own quaint little room. Mine's non-smoking, unfortunately. Still beats Gabriel's. His doesn't even have a TV. Can you believe it?
Yes, I think I can.
Anyway, great banter. See you around, my main mailman.
Bye. From 1912 to 1948, architecture was an Olympic discipline. Spanish singer Julio Iglesias used to be a professional goalkeeper. When recovering from a career-ending accident, a nurse gave him a guitar so that he could recover the dexterity of his hands. In learning to play, he discovered his musical talent.
What a gloriously fine Friday it is out there, y'all. Want to hear a PO positive? You do, right
Positive or pet peeve?
Hi, Beth. Got a delivery for you. Where do you want it?
Oh, dear Thomas. I almost didn't see you come in there. I was lost in thought, I suppose. Please just put it on the counter, if you will. Thank you. And thank you again for a lovely Christmas dinner. I had a marvelous time with you all.
We loved having you over, Beth, as always. Emily and I had a great time. Although always is not going to last forever, it seems.
Well put, Thomas. I do like that.
It was quite a shock for both Emily and myself, to be honest. We've known each other for so long. Practically part of each other's furniture.
Let me guess. I'd be your bookshelf.
Yes, especially since all the books on there are gifts from you anyway.
Oh, but I will miss you two. As Helen Keller once wrote, so long as the memory of certain beloved friends lives in my heart, I shall say that life is good.
We'll miss you too, Beth.
So, haven't you ever thought of moving closer to Meredith over all these years? She is living quite a ways away, right?
Thought about it? Yes. Your news has put things into perspective, I suppose. But leaving here would sure be a big step. Maybe too big, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Meredith will even make it out here one day. And there's always the phone, of course.
And don't forget the postal service.
Quite right you are.
Well, I won't keep you any longer, Thomas. I need to sort through this new delivery you've just brought in. And believe you me, that's going to take me a while.
I understand. It's best to take your time with things like that.
Exactly. Whether one likes it or not. Until next time, my friend.
Up and at 'em. See you, Beth. There we go. Nobody's home. Fancy handwriting on this one. Ah, look who's here.
Hey, Thomas. Yeah, I needed to take care of some stuff. Hardly any customers at the post office anyway.
Aren't you at least a little worried that Walter Morgan might show up?
Morgan? I don't think so. Last time that city slicker tried driving in the snow, he totaled his car against the deer statue.
If you say so, Frank. It's none of my business.
That big sucker you're carrying is for me, huh? Right on time. It's all coming together. Hey, Thomas, you can keep a little secret, right?
Of course, Frank.
Great. It's not a big deal in any case. A buddy of mine was able to get his hands on some premium quality fireworks. I'm selling them with a nice profit. And anything I can't sell, well, let's just say you want to be outside Moe's Diner when the clock strikes 12 on New Year's Eve.
Frank, that sounds illegal and dangerous. I'm going to leave now and pretend we never had this conversation.
Okay, Thomas, fair enough. See you at the office. And I hope you still enjoy the show.
Okay, so we still need to check Spanner Dam for the mood shots. According to this, it offers damn fine views, so...
Hey, Mr. Mailman. Come on over. Talk to us for a sec.
Gabe, we don't have time for idle chit-chat.
He can help us out, Ilsa. No one knows the town like a mailman. Right, Mr. Weiss?
Hey, Mr. Serrano, Miss Richter.
Please, call us Gabe and Ilsa.
He can call you Gabe and Ilsa. I prefer Miss Segment Producer Extraordinaire.
And you can call me PO's premier parcel provider. Thomas, for short.
Anyway, we're scouting out this beautiful town of yours for our report on small town America. It's great, but we could use the inside track. So, any secret spots we're bound to miss, but shouldn't?
Well... Jack Reynolds' farm. Not just for the place, but for the man. He might be the most interesting character in all of Providence Oaks.
Excuse me, Mr. Thomas Theodore Wise? What am I, chopped liver?
After Maureen Hennessy, of course. Hey, Maureen.
Now, here's your coffee, folks. Sorry for the delay. Faucet's been acting up again, which should have been fixed yesterday.
Oh, you want me to check on it, Miss Hennessy?
Oh, now look at you. My knight in woolen armor. Would you, dear?
I can take a look.
Well, isn't that nice of you? Back of the kitchen, honey. Ashley, someone who does know what he's doing is coming in. Show him where the busted faucet is. And stay out of his way. Ashley's a sweetheart, but when it comes to fixing things, that boy is all thumbs.
See, this is what the segment should be. Interacting with the townsfolk, helping out. I love it.
Oh, such a nice fellow.
Yeah, you're in good hands, Maureen. Gabriel may look and act like a naive little pup, but he can fix anything. Well, except for our van. But other than that...
Oh, is that a fact? Well, in that case, I can think of a few more things he could fix around here, if you catch my drift.
Classic Maureen.
Let me just go check him out. Check on him, I mean.
So, anyway...
So?
Wait. You had the Connor Price experience the other day. Have you recovered yet?
I actually encountered him outside the motel yesterday evening. He was a lot nicer this time.
Really? Oh, did he greet you with, "Good to see you, man"?
Yes. How did you know?
That's his go-to when he's forgotten your name. It's "Good to see you, man" for guys and "Hey, lady" for gals.
Really?
Wouldn't worry about it, though. He called me Lisa for the better part of a year. Connor's a lot. But I guess after this week, I can update my resume with not just segment producer and car problem solver, but also Connor Price wrangler.
You know, you remind me of my daughter. Smart, tough, a little too hardworking.
Oh? And does her cynical demeanor mask her deeply felt insecurities and profound loneliness, too?
Kidding.
Or am I? I'm not as tough as I look. Sometimes that whole Connor Price experience can get to me. At least Gabe's a welcome antidote, that big old puppy dog. He's as uncomplicated as Connor is complicated.
Well, now, sounds like someone is getting a little warm under the collar for our Gabriel. Just between you and me, honey, I have a hunch that feeling is more than mutual.
Maureen, is the faucet fixed yet?
All I know is, I just spent 5 minutes with our knight in the kitchen, and during that time, he mentioned Ilsa about 12 times.
Really? Well,
Faucet's all better now, Mo. And we should be hitting the road right about now.
Right. Thanks, Maureen. Nice talking to you, Thomas.
Bye now, folks. Be sure to check in again soon, you hear? Huh, these TV folks sure know how to liven things up, don't they?
Indeed, Maureen. And you haven't even met the main event, Connor Price.
Oh, that reminds me. You know about my little New Year's Eve shindig, right? I'm counting on you and Emily. We'll party like it's 1986. Because it will be.
Of course we'll be there. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Best get back to it. See you, Mo.
Bye now.
Another satisfied customer. Unless it's Bill's. Belated Christmas gift? Maybe. They must be out of town for the holidays.
I'll get it. Hello?
Very good evening. Am I talking to Mrs. Emily Weiss?
Yes, sir, that would be me.
Fantastic. It's a pleasure to talk to you. My name is Christian Carmichael, and I represent Fly into Florida.
Oh, hi there.
I have great news for you, Mrs. Weiss. It's been a while, but do you perhaps remember entering into our Fly into Florida sweepstakes?
Now that you mention it, I think so. Yeah. Was that the one on the back of the juice carton?
That's the one. And I am more than happy to tell you that you are the winner of the grand prize.
The grand prize? Wow, fantastic. I'm afraid I've forgotten what it was. Could you refresh my memory a little bit?
No problem, Mrs. Weiss. You have won a 2-week trip to Florida for 2.
Wow, Florida? Really? I won? I have never won anything in my life. Hold on, I need to tell my husband. Honey, we won! I'm talking to a gentleman from Fly into Florida, and he says we've won a 2-week holiday for 2.
Get out of here. Florida? Wow.
Isn't it great? We're so happy. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. You've got plenty of time to let it all sink in. Next, we'll be sending you an extra special envelope. It will contain a confirmation letter, airline tickets, hotel tickets, and I totally forgot to say this earlier, a $500 check covering any additional expenses.
Wow. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, it most definitely is, Mrs. Weiss. And we'll be making sure you both have the time of your life. There's one thing I must stress. The dates can't be altered. So if you have plans for the first 2 weeks of September, this would be a great moment to change them. And I hope this answers all of your questions for now. Congratulations on winning. And we look forward to seeing you fly into Florida.
Thank you.
Bye.
I think I need to sit down for a moment. Florida.
Oh, that's Robert. Sorry, honey. I can't celebrate with you right now. But I'll make it up to you tomorrow night at Moe's.
I will hold you to that. Have fun on the ice, hon. And when you start to freeze out there, just think of sunny Florida.
Ooh, boy. Drilling a hole, getting that fire pit going. Ice fishing's a lot of work. And it's cold, but we're fishing all right.
Great stuff, Robert. Thanks for taking me along.
No problem, Thomas. Wouldn't have enjoyed it half as much by myself. Man, it's nice out here. This setting could use a guitar.
Wouldn't that scare the fish away? Especially if you start singing.
Thank you, Thomas. Your honest feedback is much appreciated. Hey, what was Emily going on about when I picked you up? You guys are going to Florida?
Yeah. Apparently, we won a 2-week trip.
Wow, congrats. Not that Florida's my cup of tea, if I'm honest.
Oh, you'd rather stay in good old P.O., huh?
Yep. I'm perfectly happy with what I've got right here.
P.O. is great, but is it also a good place to meet someone?
I know what you're hitting at. The answer's no, of course. But maybe this is what I need right now.
I don't know, Robert. Haven't you been by yourself long enough now?
Wouldn't it be ideal if Mrs. Wright dropped by my house one day?
Wouldn't it also be ideal if we caught the winning lottery ticket from this here frozen lake?
Let's drink to that. Would be a shame if Emily filled that flask of yours for nothing.
Ha! Finally, a sensible remark.
Cheers. Now let's catch a fish and get the hell out of here.
Hey, Thomas, do you have a minute?
Sure, Frank. What's up?
Listen, I just got a heads up from one of my buddies at HQ. He said Walter Morgan left for PO with tires screeching. I need to lay low for a while. If you see him, you haven't seen me, okay?
Gotcha, Frank. Don't worry about him.
Holy crap! Morgan's on the premises! I'm not here.
Good morning, Mr. Weiss.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan.
I'm looking for Frank. Could you tell me where he is, please?
Frank? Frank Coleman? Haven't seen him here.
And where is he, if he's not here?
He's probably out delivering. Could be anywhere.
I guess I'll have to be patient then. We've received a report that a man with a mustache dressed in a light blue shirt was offering illegal fireworks to people in the postal office parking lot. If that man is Frank, and I'm sure it is, then that's strike 3 for Mr. Coleman. Please tell him I'm looking for him. Have a good day.
Is he gone?
Yes, Frank.
Holy crap, that was a close call. Thanks so much, Thomas. I guess Frank Coleman's going into hiding for a while.
That sounds like a good idea, Frank.
See you Sunday evening. I guess we'll have to play poker with the curtains closed.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Get ready for a pet peeve from Gypsy.
PO positive or pet peeve?
Jack, I've been watching that TV series everyone's been waiting for. What's it called? A hamburger with fries? I expected a charming sitcom like Bon Appetit, but instead got treated to a lousy mix of mediocre puns and gratuitous violence.
There we go.
Ah, there you are. Could you bring this box over to the diner? And if they ask, there's no discount.
Sure, why not?
Thanks. And remember, no discount.
Roger that. Fancy handwriting on this one. Okay, let's get this to its destination. Yet another heavy package for you, Ben.
Let me take that off your hands, Thomas. You know I feel guilty enough as it is. Having you lug around those car parts week in and week out.
That's the job, Ben. Neither snow nor rain nor heavy packages
Stay these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. I'm serious, though. If you don't mind me saying, you're getting up there. Ever think of hanging up the old coat and bag?
Not until recently, but recently? Yeah.
Good for you. Think about it some more would be my advice. Son of a gun. It's the engine parts for the news van. Didn't expect them to come in so soon.
No, that's great. Now they'll be able to roam around PO for their report.
Yep. With any luck, that thing will be up and running before the end of the day.
Godspeed, my friend.
And the same to you, old-timer.
Hi, Thomas. Oh, please tell me that's a big box full of snacks from the general store?
This is a big box full of snacks from the general store. But without a discount on what's inside.
No discount? Is Nancy Carlisle really trying to charge me full price for snacks that are about to go past their expiration dates?
Yikes, that would be pretty sad.
I can't believe people could be like that. That heartless creature.
Maureen, easy now. She just drives a hard bargain.
Pardon my French, Thomas, but she always manages to drive me up a wall. I'll stop bothering you now. I'll think of something, don't you worry.
Thomas.
Hi there, Beth. What brings you here?
I saw you arrive just now, so I decided to venture across the road with a minor request.
Sure thing. What can I do you for?
It's just one small thing, I promise, and, well, I suppose you can see what it is. A first gift to the little one, you see, since Christmas in Georgia fell through. It just needs an address, and I'm not sure where to put it. Could I leave this with you so you could make sure it gets where it needs to go? I have the information right here on an old envelope. It's the return address in the top corner.
Of course, Beth. I can understand that labeling a package like this can seem daunting. Bears will do that to you.
You're a real gentleman, Thomas. Thank you. I have a stack of returned holiday gifts that need sorting before I close.
I've handled many a strange parcel in my day. Not to worry. I'll take care of it.
Thank you, Thomas. Truly. I'll get the postage to you later, I promise. Oh, and please tell Emily I have a great idea for this Sunday's girls' night. It's a surprise. Bye now.
Sure. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's us. Your dad is standing right next to me.
Hiya.
Hi. Shouldn't you two be at Moe's right now?
Yeah, we're about to jump in the car, but we wanted to share some exciting news with you. Oh, first things first, though. How was your Christmas?
Well, I worked. And Tess and I made a Christmas meal you probably won't ever find in a cookbook. But we had a lovely evening. Thanks, Mom. Can I get the exciting news now, please?
Okay, so your dad and I will fly into Florida this September. I won a sweepstakes.
Get out of here. Wow, that's so awesome, Mom. Florida in September. Beats the PO weather, huh?
Oh, sure does.
Dad, are you excited as well?
I sure am.
Aren't you worried about flying there? Last time you came to visit, it took a few hours for that green tinge to leave your face.
Oh, Meredith, don't make it worse than it was.
Fine. Maybe he just boozed too much on the plane. Have you checked if the flight includes free cocktails? Best bring your flask, Dad, just in case.
If you were here for Christmas, you might have gotten one from Santa.
Oh, well. I may not have been there, but at least my boss called to interrupt your dinner. Sorry about that, by the way. Rest assured he was appropriately ashamed.
We all make mistakes, Meredith. Some of us just more than others.
I can't disagree there. Oh, hey, you two shouldn't keep Maureen waiting.
You're right about that. Your dad will go and get the car warmed up, right, honey?
That's my cue. Bye, Em. Take care.
Bye. Have fun tonight.
Thanks for getting the car all toasty for us, honey.
You're very welcome, dear. It's my pleasure.
We've been doing this for decades now, and I've never stopped looking forward to spending my Saturday evening here with you.
I feel the same way, Em. I'm a lucky man to have you.
Good evening, you two beautiful people. Ready to order? Or should I just write down pancakes for lovely Emily and a T-bone steak for Big Thomas here?
Oh, Maureen, your intuition never ceases to amaze me. It sure is pancake time for me again.
Hold your horses, Maureen. I think I might have something else. I'll have something lighter. A Caesar salad, please.
You got it. Be right back, folks. Ashley, it's pancake time! And start chopping that lettuce!
This will never get old. But Beth making surprise plans and this Florida trip landing in our lap got me thinking a little bit. If we're getting close to being able to do whatever we feel like doing, does that mean we should stay in PO forever?
Then move closer to Meredith? To the big city?
No. I need space and fresh air. And warmth. That's the nice thing about Florida. And it's not like your arthritis will stop acting up in weather like this.
Let's talk about it some other time, honey. We've got months and months to think it over.
Oh, wasn't it nice the way Meredith reacted to the news? Although I'm sure she's a little envious.
Perhaps, but she'd have a hard time trying to relax. She probably wouldn't be able to stop thinking about all the things on her to-do list.
Okay, folks, while Ashley's busy in the kitchen, it's time to fill Moe in on a few details. A little birdie told me you two were off somewhere fancy.
Maureen, I was planning on telling you and the girls all about it tomorrow evening. But I'm sure you've also heard it's Florida in September.
Florida in September. Oh, imagine that. Oh, I'm so happy for you two.
Thanks, Maureen. Have you ever been to Florida?
Are you offering your ticket to me? Oh, Thomas, that's so nice of you.
Nice try, Maureen. Nice try. But the only one sitting next to me on that plane is my man.
Are you totally sure about that, though? I heard that a certain Walter Morgan will probably not be very lenient with holiday requests from the postal office employees.
Haha, Morgan. His bark is always worse than his bite.
If Walter Morgan gets in the way of that, I'll get in his way.
I don't think that's supposed to actually run a bar, but sure, all right.
Oh, that means dinner's almost ready. Be right back, folks.
See, things like this, they bother me sometimes. Maureen's a sweetheart, but it's almost impossible to have a private life here.
That sure is true. That you take the good with the bad, and the bad with the good. I kind of like knowing everyone.
I guess you're right about that. Maybe it's the stress of those 60-hour work weeks talking. Oh, Maureen's heading this way again. Let's just enjoy our lovely dinner together, shall we?
We shall. I could eat a horse.
Look alive, folks. 2 plates of the good stuff.
Oh, Thomas, my dear, sweet husband.
I know that tone. You've got a chore for me, don't you, Em?
Yes, I'm sorry to ask this of you on your Sunday off, but...
Okay, Em, what needs doing?
The motel called, and, well, the TV crew would very much like to rent some movies from the Flick Shack today. But I couldn't just let poor little Angie ferry them over in this weather, so...
So you promised them I'd do it?
Bingo! Would you, dear? Pretty please.
Of course, Em. You've been so busy lately. It'll be my pleasure.
Oh, thank you so much, darling. Tell you what, I'll make some extra tasty snacks for your poker night tonight. How's that?
It's a deal.
Thomas Weiss says I live and breathe. What in tarnation are you doing out and about in the mail truck on a Sunday?
Came to pick up some movies for the TV crew.
Oh, I know. Your wife called ahead.
Happy to do it for Emily. And for you. And for the TV crew. Parts of it, anyway.
But first things first. So, what's the hot gossip on these out-of-towners?
Well... There's Gabriel Serrano. He's the sound guy. Nice guy, full of vim and vigor.
Sounds delightful. What about the rest?
Connor Price is the star of the show, of course. Self-absorbed to a fault. That's the Price guarantee.
Really? He seems nice enough on TV. Never meet your heroes, I guess. Or talk to people who have. So anyway, let's get down to brass tacks. According to Emily, our intrepid reporters have 2 rooms equipped with VCRs between them. One for Connor Price, KNW6, and one for Ilsa Richter.
Great. I know what we should get for Connor. Network. 'Cause he's mad as hell and he won't take it anymore.
Great idea. But Connor's already made his pick. Octopussy. It says it's James Bond's all-time high. I guess they forgot about that time he went to the moon.
Fine by me. And what did Ilsa choose?
That's where we come in. See, she wants us to pick the movie she'll be watching with her colleague, Gabriel. Thomas, she wants us to pick the movie she'll be watching with Gabriel.
We can play matchmaker by picking something romantic. Got it.
Exactly. Guide Cupid's arrows, so to speak. After all, 'tis the season.
To be jolly? What does that have to do with anything?
You and Emily are regular customers, so you know what I have available. So, which film will it be?
Let's go with Love Story. Or is that too on the nose?
It's perfect, and we won't risk being too subtle. It has love right there in the title.
Great. Love Story it is.
The dynamic duo of stupid Cupid strikes again. Although I suppose this is our first strike. Anyway, here's hoping that this is the start of a beautiful love story.
We'll see. Anyway, I'd best be on my way, getting these to the motel.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Thomas. My car, much like myself, is not built for snow. Say hi to Emily.
Will do. Bye, Angie. Special delivery. Movies from the Flick Shack.
Right. Well, great news. You get to play belated Santa yourself. Room 6 for Richter. Thank you.
Right. I will. Good day. Movie delivery for segment producer Ilsa Richter.
Yes?
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Price. I thought this was Ilsa's room.
No, that's room 9, but think nothing of it, my guy. Ooh, you got me my Bond movie.
Yes, sir. Apparently it's James Bond's all-time high.
Love it. You know, Moore's an even better 007 than Connery. He just oozes that classy British wit. Thank you so much. Dun 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 ta-da! Ta-da! Pow!
A movie delivery for Ilsa Richter.
Yay! Good to see you, Thomas. So, what movie did you and Angie pick for me and Gabe?
Here you go.
Love story. Haven't seen this one. What's it about? Tennis?
No, actually, it's about...
I'm joking. I'm sure it's a story about love of some kind. Let me guess, this was Angie's pick.
No, this was all me. I'm actually an old romantic at heart.
Okay, well, color me curious. Hope it's age appropriate for big old puppy dogs. Oh, speaking of, on your way out, could you give a quick knock on Gabe's door, just so he'll know it's movie time? It's room number 2.
Will do.
Great. See ya.
Gabriel Serrano, the lady in room number 9 humbly requests your presence for an evening of home cinema.
Thanks, Thomas. I'll be right over.
My work here is done.
Okay, Ben. Question for you. Do you have that ace or not? You don't have to say yes or no. Just say anything. All I need to hear is one word from you to know if you're bluffing. Nothing? Not even a twitch or a blink? All right, I'll do the talking. I'm all in.
Call.
And he just instantly calls me. Great. I don't even need to see your hand. Well played, sir.
Thanks, Jack. You got unlucky there.
I don't know. I just don't have the patience for poker. You know, reading a poker book ain't gonna change that. Hey, Thomas? Why are the curtains closed, by the way? Last time I checked, home games are legal.
It's probably better if Frank answers that question.
I sure can. Walter Morgan's on my tail. Someone snitched on me, and now I need to lay low until I have a good enough alibi.
Morgan again? What'd you do, Frank? I hope you didn't put Lady's underwear in his briefcase again.
And please tell me you stopped putting dead rats in his exhaust.
The classics. No, I didn't prank him at all this time. He's just out to get me. All I did was sell fireworks to someone. He said something about that being my third strike. I might actually lose my job, fellas.
We won't let that happen, Frank. We'll think of something.
Thanks, Thomas. I've been racking my brain, but I can't come up with anything.
I'm guessing they don't have any photographic evidence. Pictures of you selling these fireworks?
Just that there's a guy fitting my description. What are you getting at?
I might have a little plan. But let's first play a few more hands. I'm down almost 30 bucks.
One sec, Jack. Frank, I'm curious. We know Walter Morgan has a few reasons to dislike you, but why do you dislike him?
I could tell you why, but it's not a pretty tale. And it better not leave this room, kitchen.
Sure, Frank.
My lips are sealed, for once.
You know I'm no snitch, Frank.
Thanks, boys. All right, so this one time back in the summer of '69, it was before I started working in P.O. There were a couple of pesky stray dogs wandering around HQ. I say pesky, but they never really hurt anyone. Just got a little excited if you walked past them eating a sandwich or whatever. Can't blame them, huh? They were hungry, even though I fed them every now and then. Morgan found out, of course, and after one complaint too many, he took matters into his own hands, or should I say, feet. He lured a couple of them behind his car, and before I knew what was going on, it was too late. I heard a loud and gut-wrenching howl. I saw two dogs run away, and Smokey, my favorite one, limped after them. It's the last time I ever saw those sweet dogs. Then Walter Morgan looked me straight in the eye with a smug grin on his face, and he said, "This is how you do a proper job, Frank." I can still see that grin when I close my eyes.
Okay, that does it. Walter Morgan is now on my eternal shit list, and I'll make sure the rest of P.O. knows about it.
Walter fricking Morgan. Your pranks were way too soft, Frank. We need to take it to the next level.
What a despicable human being. I can't believe he did that.
Well, he didn't. I was joking, of course. I don't really have a good reason for disliking Walter Morgan. That boring old pencil pusher just rubs me the wrong way.
Damn it, Frank, you had us good.
Okay, folks. Ante up. Here we go again.
Psst, Thomas, over here.
Hey, Frank. What are you doing there?
I'm trying to stay out of sight. Looks like Morgan will be at the post office all day. Listen up. Jack and I cooked up a little plan. I'm sure Morgan will be gone soon, but I gotta get out of here now. You haven't seen me.